Hey everyone, ShabbyMania here and welcome finally to ShabbyMania, the big finale that it's all been about over the last 3 in-game months. Massive matches for you. This, of course, is just part number 1 of our massive pay-per-view. 5 matches in this one and 5 in part 2 tomorrow. And here we go then, starting tonight's show off with the Octane Tag Team Championships. The Young Bucks, who have held the belt since night number 1, defend against Balor Club's Sheamus and Cesaro. It's going to be a good one, this. Of course, who are the Young Bucks defending against now? They defended against the Club at the last pay-per-view, I think. Yeah, the Club at the last pay-per-view they defended against. At the first pay-per-view, I want to say the New Day, I think it was. I think it was, yeah, actually. And now they have Cesaro and Sheamus. And this is not just any standard match. We've gone for TLC. I want to make this special. It is ShabbyMania. We want to make sure we've got the best possible stuff going on for you. And that's why we've gone TLC. Just trying to mix things a bit. Now, in this first half, we are going to see... I've lost my paperwork. There it is. So in this first half, we are going to see, of course, this match here, the Tag Team Championships. We've got Tommasso Ciampa versus Apollo Crews in a best 2 out of 3 falls match. We've got a fatal 4-way elimination women's match for the Women's Championship. Of course, Becky, Lynch, Asuka, Jazzy, Gabert, and Bayley, of course, all representing one member of the club. We're going to have Hideo, Itami versus Kota, Ibushi, Balor Club versus the Elite. And then we're going to finish off this first episode with the 8-man Invitational Cruiserweight ladder match. So some good stuff going on. So, of course, Cesaro and Sheamus done pretty well so far. We gave them this match after they defeated the club at a previous episode about 2 or 3 weeks back. And now this is their chance. However, being a TLC match might actually benefit the Young Bucks. Of course, it's a much more high-flying, easy type of match for them. But you never know. Cesaro and Sheamus, two very accomplished wrestlers. I think Sheamus has won Money in the Bank before and cashed it in, so looking pretty good. Bit of heated discussion there between Sheamus and Cesaro. They're very much good friends, aren't they, really, I suppose? But it's more of a friendship built on respect for one another and each other's ability, I think. They know how good the other one is, and they just want to try and bring the best out of each other. And that's what they need to do here as the Young Bucks make their way down to the ring. Young Bucks undefeated. Yeah, completely undefeated in this entire universe, man. Every match they've been involved in, the Young Bucks have been undefeated in. So they've done very, very well so far. Can Sheamus and Cesaro be the first ones to knock these guys off of their pedestal in this episode, or in this universe mode of Octane? Of course, one half of a finale. There they are then, the Octane Tag Team Championships, making their final appearance of this season. TLC, so tables, ladders, chairs, and of course the winner is the first one to climb the ladder and bring down the belt. Sheamus straight away dropping to the outside, getting a hold of a ladder, which is actually left Cesaro in a tricky situation there, 2-on-1. He can't be best pleased with that. Sheamus now sending... Oh no, getting Nick Jackson into a big spinebuster. And Sheamus outpowering Nick Jackson as Matt having his way here with Cesaro. Matt now nice over the top. But maybe instead of taunting, he should probably try and help his teammate Nick out, because Nick is getting an absolute buttload of offense here from Sheamus. Oh, a low blow by Matt Jackson on Cesaro. Of course, no rules in this match. It is what it is, isn't it, in this match? Oh, what a German suplex on the outside of Matt Jackson as well. And Nick's already got the ladder. Are they going to win this really quick? Nick has a hold of the belt, but Sheamus is back up on his feet, and Sheamus climbing the ladder as well. Don't push the ladder over Cesaro, that'd be stupid. Oh, there goes Nick Jackson though. And all of a sudden Sheamus has a hold of the belt. Oh, what a drop kick there by Cesaro, and this could be Sheamus Cesaro's chance. Nick Jackson climbing the ladder very, very quickly and gets there. Right hand in the gut of Cesaro. Oh, and once again, Cesaro and Sheamus knocking Nick Jackson off, and I knew this match type was going to be iffy. I think this is going to be a very short one, this one, by the looks of it, isn't it? Sheamus is bound to bring these belts down pretty soon now. Cesaro dominating Matt Jackson in the corner. Nick is back up. Is Nick going to get a chance? No, the match is over. Wow. Well, that is a shame, isn't it? Well, not a shame that the bar won, but it's a shame that this match type is very... I knew it was going to be, you know. A tag team ladder match is always a little bit iffy. But either way, TLC, a little bit of a miss maybe than a hit, rather, I suppose. It's just dodgy, isn't it? But there you go. There we go. That's our opening match. Unfortunately, it wasn't... It was a decent match. It was interesting. Maybe not as long as we hoped it would be, but some clever tactics by Sheamus and Cesaro. You saw Sheamus on the top of the ladder for about a minute while Cesaro just beat away the Young Bucks over and over and over again, stopping them from getting to Sheamus, allowing Sheamus the chance to pull the belt down. That, I think, is a very, very quick match, but I feel like the rest of the card is going to go a bit longer here this evening. Let's crack straight into our second match. And here is our second match of the evening. It is going to be the best 2 out of 3 falls match between Tommaso Ciampa and Apollo Crews. These two guys been out a few times now in this universe mode. Both of them coming out with pretty similar amount of victories each, which is why we made this best 2 out of 3 falls match here this evening, just to prove, finally, in this universe mode, which one of these two guys is the best. There's two guys I would like to see in the ring in WWE. It's a bit funny because I think Apollo Crews is a little less of a... I don't know, I really do like Apollo Crews, I really do, but I just feel like he's less of a character. He's more of a... He's a very good in-ring competitor, but he's not necessarily the best in-ring competitor. He's very, very good in-ring competitor, but I think he struggles maybe a little bit with the actual character aspect. I don't think he's really built such a great character over the years, and that doesn't matter too much because Titus O'Neil is very, very good. And Titus O'Neil is really helping Apollo Crews go from strength to strength, really. Tommaso Ciampa then ready for action here. Of course, he demanded that match a few days ago against Kurt Hawkins to get ready for this match. And it was quite an easy match for him in the end. Got the submission victory. Kurt Hawkins has done well so far in this universe, man. He's had quite a few matches, hasn't he, old Kurt Hawkins? He has done very well for himself. As Apollo Crews makes way to the ring now. I think I said about Apollo Crews a few times. The first match I ever saw him in Uhaa Nation was in Combat Zone Wrestling. And he ended up getting a pretty bad injury in his first match I saw him in. He went for a dive over the top, landed funny on his knee. And yeah, it was a little bit iffy, wasn't it, really? But either way, he still managed to make a really good career for himself. When he got promoted up to the main roster, it was a bit of a surprise. It sort of came out of nowhere. And I think those are the ones that you have to worry about a little bit more, because the ones that are the best always seem to have something ready for them. Although that seems to have changed a lot recently. I mean, you've only got to look at Sanity and Almas coming onto the main roster. Sanity, for example, got announced on the draft. It's been 4 weeks. We still haven't seen them once yet on the SmackDown. Which I think is really, really weird. I'm hoping they turn up at Money in the Bank and maybe do something in the ladder match. Maybe they take out someone in the ladder match and lead up to a Sanity versus somebody feud. I think would make sense. But yeah, it just and the same with Almas. We're not seeing much of Almas in SmackDown at all. He made his debut this week. Gone a squash match, and it is what it is, really. Wasn't much to it, was there? As this match starting off very much back and forth. Both guys getting some good offense, but it's Crews in control here now, looking to take Ciampa up, but Ciampa with a knee right in the gut of Crews. Now big strikes into a knee as well. I must admit, I do like a good knee strike. I don't know what it is about it, but a good knee strike, I always enjoy that. It's pretty brutal, isn't it? And Ciampa's one of the best ones. I'll tell you what would be a good match. Tommaso Ciampa versus Shinsuke Nakamura. They'll just be kneeing each other in the face for fun. Over and over and over again, won't they? Ciampa setting Cruz at the top, stiff right hand. Ciampa now heading to the outside and dropping the boots. Man, best 2 out of 3 falls on this one. If it ends up as a double count out, it's still going to be 1 each, I suppose, isn't it, that way? I can't imagine it will end up as a double count out, to be honest. But if they do, if one of these 2 guys gets a count out, that does count. Nice big boot there by Apollo Crews and dropping a boot in the guts of Tommaso Ciampa as well. Crews now dropping a knee in the chest of Tommaso Ciampa. Tommaso Ciampa. There we go, Crews sending Ciampa back into the ring. I knew there wouldn't be any count-outs here. Stiff right hand by Crews, now into a big German suplex. Crews bringing Ciampa back up to his feet now. Heads up. Holds him there and lets him think about the sheer strength of Apollo Crews. He's amazing, really, isn't he? He's a man that is full of incredible strength and incredible agility. He is the premier athlete. And it wouldn't surprise me if he does get a run with a championship. I do feel like it would probably end up being one of the upper mid-card championships, though. Maybe an IC championship or something like that, because those are the belts that are normally run more by the better wrestlers, but not necessarily the best on the mic, which is a little bit the opposite when we had The Miz as the champion. Of course, he was probably not the best in-ring competitor in the world. He's not the most entertaining, but he was one of the best on the mic. Probably one of the best WWE on the mic in a very, very long time, The Miz. He was someone that I think about 5 years ago, people looked at and went, oh god, it's The Miz. He's so overrated. But over the last few years, he really has come on leaps and bounds, really, and people have started to appreciate him a lot more. Nice elbows there, right in the chest by Apollo Crews, now dropping the double elbows, but Ciampa avoids it. Now Ciampa getting around the back of Crews and drops him in that reverse DDT. Ciampa now lifting Crews up into that deadlift powerbomb. Incredible strength being shown by Ciampa. Ciampa dropping a boot in the back of Apollo Crews. Into the flatline and now bringing Crews back up. There's the snapmare. Clever here by Tommaso Ciampa because he knows it's best 2 out of 3 falls. He knows if he can lock in that arm submission on Apollo Crews twice in the space of 2 minutes, in the space of 30 seconds, he could get the victory and win this one quite easily. Ciampa there, reverse DDT once again on Apollo Crews. Ciampa now stalking Crews from behind. Spins around, knee in the face, and a stiff clothesline taking Apollo Crews down once again. And again, Ciampa, same maneuver, knee into the clothesline. But maybe went to the same thing too many times. Crews saw it coming. I don't think Crews expected to get a fall there, but just slows the match down, gives him control again for a little bit of time. Crews now hoisting Ciampa up, slams him into the corner and just throws him across the ring. That is the incredible strength of Apollo Crews. And now locking in that reverse chin lock. Ciampa there with the elbows in the gut of Crews, and still not a single pin so far, which is good actually that the this match has got a little bit longer, because the first one didn't disappoint me as such. It disappointed me because it was a bit short, which is not what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a bit more of a good entertaining match on that one, but it set the tone. It was my own fault. I should have just gone for a normal tag team match, but I decided I wanted to go for TLC and spice things up, and it didn't necessarily work out how I intended. Oh, but Ciampa now, there he is, locking in the arm submission. Or is Apollo Crews going to tap? Is Ciampa going to get full number 1 in this match? See, Crews could just roll through here. Crews showed incredible resilience here, not to tap, and eventually Ciampa has to release it. It's just quite difficult for Ciampa to hold as well at the same time. But the damage has been done to the arm of Apollo Crews. If Ciampa can lock that submission in once again, that could be pretty bad for him. Still only a 2 count. Ciampa can't believe it. Nice takedown there by Apollo Crews. Ciampa back up, but Crews caught him. Nice snapmare takedown. Now good off the arm of Ciampa, just trying to slow the pace down, but Ciampa back up on his feet, fighting free. Crews caught with a right hand in the gut. Nice clubbing blow to the back there by Ciampa, now into a reverse DDT. Ciampa dragging Crews away from the ropes, looking for the pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Ciampa now, he's heading up to the middle rope. A little bit out of his comfort zone here, but Apollo Crews is slowly getting back up to his feet. And saw it come in and just swatted Tommaso Ciampa away like a fly. Crews now stalking. Ciampa takes him up into a gorilla press. Deadlifts him up. Oh. Into a standing moonsault. There's the pin. 1, 2... And no, only a 2 count again. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely freaking insane. Crews now deadlift, gut wrench suplex. Cannot believe Ciampa has not stayed down for that 3 count. But then again, I can't believe Crews. That's the rotation there by Crews. Power slam into the corner, then running power slam into the center of the ring. Both these guys have been incredible so far this evening. Still 0-0 in this best 2 out of 3 falls match, though. Just shows how much these two guys have been scouting each other and expecting what is to come. Flatliner there by Tommaso Ciampa. And Ciampa's starting to feel it now. If he can lock in that arm submission once again, I'm sure Crews would not last another one. Ciampa, though, clubbing blow, just sort of just thrusting away at the throat of Apollo Crews now into that big jumping clothesline. Ciampa hoisting Apollo Crews up top. Oh, draping ace crusher from the top rope. I do apologise for me yawning. I keep waiting until really late to record these videos. I need to get this uploaded for tomorrow, and it's bloody midnight on Friday already. I'm bloody knackered. And I've still got to edit it and get it uploaded tonight as well. There's the pin by Ciampa. 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. Ciampa picks up pinfall number 1 in this match. Can he take another one in quick succession? There's the backbreaker there. And now Ciampa, oh, locking in the submission there. Rings of Saturn submission on Apollo Crews. Is Crews going to tap for the second? No, Crews does manage to survive. But for how much longer? But Crews is back up, knee strike in the face of Tommaso Ciampa this time. So, of course, don't forget, next week we have the women's fatal 4-way elimination for the championship. Let's blow to the gut there by Ciampa. Now take it. Oh, no, I thought he was going to go for a Project Ciampa there, but Crews saw it coming, hoisting Ciampa over the top. Wow, he's Crews stalking Ciampa here. Is he going to get the second fall in this match? Looks like he might do, you know. There's the gorilla press. Standing moonsault. There's the pin. 1, 2, and 3. It is 1-1, people. The next pinfall or submission wins this match. These two guys, absolutely cracking match between these two. Shown some great ability as time's gone on. Crews, nice clothesline, and a second. Big splash in the corner. Came from the middle of the ring almost there. Ducking the clothesline into a big clothesline of his own. Flips back up to his feet as well, the kickflip. Standing shooting star press by Apollo Crews. Bringing Ciampa back up, but Ciampa saw it coming into a jawbreaker. So these two guys have really done the scouting on each other. You can tell that. They just know each other so well at this point in time. And see Ciampa going for that reverse DDT once again. But Cruz saw it coming, reverses it into a suplex. And now Cruz stalking Ciampa. Up he go. Oh, I love this move. It's so good, and it just launches into a powerbomb. 1, 2, and 3. And Apollo Crews comes from 1-0 down in this best 2 out of 3 falls match to win it 2 falls to 1. That is pretty epic. What a match. It was a really good match as well, actually. Really good match. And just think about the chance that Apollo Crews had there to tap out to that arm submission. If he'd done that, he would have had a chance to win this one, but he managed to really pull it all out the stocks here. So Ciampa got the first pinfall, and then Apollo Crews came back with the gorilla press in a standing moonsault here. Followed up, of course, by that beautiful powerbomb where he launched him in the air and catches him in that powerbomb position. But it is Apollo Crews who takes the victory here at ShabbyMania. Good times. Well done, Apollo Crews. Cracking match. Cracking victory. Deserved it. Well done to him. Back to the championships now then, I think. Good on Apollo Crews. I wonder if we can squeeze him in another one of our universe modes. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be the women's fatal 4-way for the Octane Women's Championship. Of course, Jazzy Gabert coming into this one as the champion. But apart from that, it's been a bit of an interesting one, this, right? Because Jazzy Gabert's the champion representing the club. She was defeated by Asuka, who made her debut as member of the Bullet Club. Then Asuka was defeated a couple of weeks later by Becky Lynch, who's part of Balor Club. And of course we also know here that Bayley is part of the Elite. Mainly because of the tassels. That's the main reason why, I must admit. So yeah, it's been an interesting one. This could really go either way, which is why I made an elimination match to make sure that we do get the best winner at the very end. There's going to be no lucky victories in this one. To win this one, you're going to have to go through all of your opponents. And that's exactly what these ladies plan on doing. Of course, Jazzy Gabert has held the belt again, just like the Young Bucks, for the entirety of the Universe mode. However, like the Young Bucks, she could walk away here tonight with nothing. Or she could walk away holding the championship for the full 3-month Universe mode, which is very much possible as well. I feel like Jazzy Gabert would be a good fit in our Carnage Universe mode, you know. I feel like she's got a table match in her and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool, I think. That'd be pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, that'd be pretty good. I thought the women's division's quite tricky over in Carnage. I think Nikki Cross, Sue Young, Rosemary, Jazzy Gabert. I think a few more sort of more hardcore ladies, I suppose. As here comes Becky Lynch. As you can see, representing Balor Club. Got a victory over Asuka on our last... Was it our last episode or the episode before? The episode before. So last weekend, getting a victory over Asuka, who had a victory over the champion. So like I said, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's pretty cool. So Bayley's the wild card in this one. Like I said, we've seen Asuka and Jazzy and Becky all going after each other. Bayley so far has only really had a squash match, so it's tricky, isn't it? It's yeah, I want to try and see more from her, and this could be a chance here this evening. It's also good for her because she's not sort of scouted against like the other ladies probably are. As here comes our next competitor, then it is going to be Asuka, isn't it? It is Asuka. I'll tell you what, I know I said this the other day, but Asuka's match at Charlotte, for me, may have just stolen WrestleMania. That was such a good match. Probably one of the best women's matches I think I've seen in a very, very, very long time. A very long time. And I feel like Asuka's just going from strength to strength. Once we get the likes of Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane moved up onto the main roster, it's going to be pretty insane as well. Nikki Cross is still due to come. Of course, Nikki Cross wasn't promoted up to the main roster with everyone else. Now, the main reason behind that is because they needed her in NXT. That was a simple reason why, and yeah, that's what I've read anyway. They didn't have enough trust in the rest of the NXT women's roster, so they wanted to make sure they had a mainstay at that point in time. And Nikki Cross has been part of the women's division for quite some time. She does get a pretty strong crowd reaction as well, which is why she was left in NXT for now. I dare say that Sanity will bring her up at some point. Maybe they'll get in a feud with someone that has a female. I don't know. Maybe they get in a feud with the Usos. Naomi gets involved, and then out comes didgeridoo Nikki Cross to even up the numbers. Well, not even up the numbers as such, but take out the female aspect. In theory, that is anyway. Citation needed, as always. It's always the way I am on this. I make crap up as I'm going along, and sometimes it works. Most of the time it is actually just crap, but sometimes it works, you know. So good old Jazzy Gabert, of course, like I said, held the championship through the entirety of the Universe mode. Only lost one match so far in this Universe mode, and that was the one that we said a few weeks back to Asuka. She defeated Becky Lynch at the last pay-per-view in Becky Lynch's debut. Which I can only imagine was a bit disappointing for Becky Lynch. She must have thought, I've got a great opportunity here, I've come into it. I'm going to get myself a shot at the championship straight away. But didn't really pull it off as we were expecting, to be honest, did she? And that's what it's all for then, the Octane Women's Championship. One of these four ladies will walk out with the gold here and confirm it as part of one of the four clubs moving forward. It will be Bayley for the Elite, Becky Lynch for Balor Club, Asuka for Bullet Club, or Jazzy Gabert for the club. I get confused now. I thought I'd be able to keep track of this, but it is confusing me a bit now, I must admit. So like I said, don't forget it is a elimination match, so everybody has to be done and dusted for you to walk away with the championship. But it also means the best should win. It's difficult to blag your way through an elimination. A Fatal 4 match, you can blag your way through that pretty, well, I wouldn't say pretty easily as such, but you can blag your way through a Fatal 4-way. Get a lucky victory, get a chance, and get the pin and go for it. But I don't think you'd have to be a lot more luckier to get through a Fatal 4-way elimination. As Becky just drop in, Jazzy Gabert flat in her face, and if Jazzy gets eliminated, we know we'll definitely have a brand new champion. Bayley, nice there. Little cutter over the middle rope. Dropping an elbow right into the heart of Asuka. Becky now bringing Jazzy back up to her feet in the middle of the ring. And, of course, it is... I don't think I made it full count anywhere, did I? I might be wrong. I don't think I did, though. Although I might be wrong, like I say. I don't know what I've done. That's DDT on the outside. And all four ladies now on the outside. Bayley, big forearm right in the face of Jazzy. Spins her. Bayley throwing Jazzy into the ring. Bayley, it was a real long way for Bayley to go around the ring there, wasn't it? But she achieved it. Now Bayley stalking Jazzy, waiting for her to get back up on her feet. What a splash that was across the ring there by Becky Lynch. It was pretty insane, that was. The pin, but only enough for a 2. Nice boot in the face, and it's just so difficult to keep track of a fatal 4-way. It's just going everywhere, isn't it? All over the place. And oh, you see there Becky being very clever, rolling out the way of Asuka when she saw her mounting the middle rope. As Jazzy, Gabert and Asuka working together on the outside against Bayley. That's an interesting one. I never would have expected that, to be honest. Jazzy now fall away slam, launching Bayley across the outside. And Bayley is in trouble here from Jazzy Gabert, who now locks her into that reverse dragon sleeper hold. As Asuka attacking Becky Lynch. Now Asuka reverse dragon sleeper hold herself on Becky Lynch. Who's be the first one to be eliminated in this one? I feel like we're getting pretty close here, you know. Pretty much back and forth though. No one's really letting everyone get a lot of offense off either, are they, as well? Just noticed. But Becky Lynch now with Asuka. Only Becky and Asuka are up on their feet in the ring at the moment. Becky mounting the top. Frankensteiner by Becky Lynch on Asuka. Stamping on the arm. Clever, because that's the arm she uses for the submission. And once again, Jazzy coming up behind Becky Lynch though. Jazzy clubbing blow right to the back of the head of Becky. Into a backbreaker, now a neckbreaker as well. Pinned by Jazzy. Not enough to keep Becky down though. Bayley bringing Asuka back up to her feet and sends her over the top and drops her to the outside. Now it's just Becky and Jazzy in the ring. Bayley going straight into the ring post there via Asuka on the outside, and Becky Lynch is stalking Jazzy Gabert here. If she takes her down with the disarmer, which is locked in, but she's got it hooked on the ropes as well, which obviously the referee's not going to allow that, and it's made Jazzy a little bit lucky there, I think. All 4 ladies back in the ring, as there's a strange noise behind me, which I don't like. I don't know what it was. Getting freaked out. So remember, the World Cup is coming for you. I was going to try and upload it next weekend, but I don't think I'm going to be able to, because I've just realised I'm not going to have internet properly for a little bit longer than what I originally thought. So I'm going to try and get the intro, maybe. I don't know. I'll see what I can do with the World Cup. It is going to be getting there, but I'm going to have no internet to upload it. So we're going to be going for the World Cup very, very soon. Becky Lynch there with a suplex on Jazzy Gabert. And Becky's really dominated Jazzy here for the last few minutes. Nice over-the-top cutter. As Becky once again stalking Jazzy, but as she was doing so, you've got to have eyes in the back of your head in this match, haven't you? And there she is, Becky now locking in that disarmer on Asuka. That would be a massive elimination. But no, again, Becky just too close to the ropes. These bloody AI are so stupid. So stupid. Stay away from the bloody ropes. Simples. Becky sending Asuka into the corner. Asuka fighting free though. And instead of going for a useful maneuver which would gain her an advantage, she instead goes for a taunt in the corner. Maybe not what I would have done, to be honest with you. Bayley now getting a boot in the face by Jazzy. Jazzy Gabert now taking Bayley up into a powerbomb. Wow, jackknife powerbomb by Jazzy on Bayley. Bayley is in a bit of trouble here. She did not look good there at all, did she? The way she winced. Torture rack locked in there by Jazzy on Bayley, and there is the tap out, and Bayley is eliminated from this match. And then there was 3. That powerbomb, I think, did a lot of damage to Bayley. Oh, wow. Jazzy just launching Becky over the top, crashing to the ground below. Asuka's back on her feet now as well. There is only 3 ladies left in this one. Be interesting to see if 2 of them work together, maybe to eliminate another. Neckbreaker there by Asuka. It looks like Jazzy's trying to get this bit big off, but Asuka keeps taking the advantage. Jazzy now taking Becky up, slams her down. Jazzy pulling Becky away from the ropes into the pin. 1, 2, and then there was 2. Jazzy eliminates both Bayley and Becky, and we're down to just Jazzy and Asuka. But remember, of course, when these two went on one-on-one a few weeks back, it was won by the challenger, Asuka. Asuka bringing Jazzy back up to her feet. Hammerlock DDT. And now Asuka is in control. Can she bring the gold back to Bullet Club? She'll certainly be hoping so. And there she is, locking in the Asuka lock, dead center of the ring. Grapevines the legs as well. And Jazzy taps, and we have a brand new Octane Women's Champion here in our finale. And Bullet Club get themselves some gold. So the Tag Team Championship is currently being held then by Balor Club. And now Bullet Club holding the Women's Championship as well. Thanks to good old Asuka. And Jazzy, you go feel a little bit sorry for Jazzy. She did the work. She eliminated both Becky Lynch and Bayley, only to get caught by Asuka in the Asuka lock and having to tap out herself. Wow. Insane. There was the first tap out, and I think Becky almost tried to take pity on Bayley there, really. And there was the Asuka lock, which led to the tap out and the victory. And in fairness, Jazzy had no point at that time. She was locked in, grapevine, middle of the ring. She had no chance. Asuka wins, and just like the Young Bucks, Jazzy Gabert holds the gold throughout the entirety of the Universe mode, but falls at the final hurdle. Where's the gold? There it is. Asuka holds the gold. Just like what might actually happen at Money in the Bank, of course. She's the #1 contender for... she's #1 contender, isn't she, for old Carmella's championship. Interesting. And here is our next match of the evening. It is going to be Kota Ibushi representing, of course, the Elite, taking on Hideo Itami of Balor Club. Should be an interesting one. Two very good fighters. Two really good competitors. It's going to be an interesting match. Got the striking ability, the high-flying ability of both guys as well. Not sure who I fancy as a favourite in this one either, to be honest with you. Could really go either way, couldn't it? Wow, so in part 2 of this video, which will be uploaded tomorrow, I think this is going to end up being a Sunday and Monday video, to be honest with you, just because of running tight on time. And we've got, it doesn't matter, Bank Holiday Monday in the UK. I don't know if it's Bank Holiday in America, is it? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. Bank Holiday in the UK. I'm going to try and get both parts done, but I feel like at the moment I'm not going to get the second part recorded tonight. It might get uploaded very late on Sunday. I don't know. I'll have to see how I get on. But yeah, enough of me talking bollocks. In the second part of the video tomorrow, we're going to have a 6-man table elimination tag team match. as we've got Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga and Tangaroa representing Bullet Club. Taking on Gallows Anderson and Adam Page representing the club. We've got Aleister Black versus Tetsuya Naito in a last man standing match. We've got Marty Scurll versus Adam Cole in a European Championship match. AJ Styles versus Kenny Omega. AJ Styles looking for retribution for Kenny kicking him out in the club all those years ago. And then our main event, of course, Finn Balor taking on Cody Rhodes for the Octane Championship. Maybe I shouldn't have two guys in this match that have got the same entrance. Maybe should I? But there you go. It is what it is. I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be really good, hopefully, anyway. To top class, top class. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm losing what to say here, to be honest with you. There's not much to say, really. Got to let the action do it, haven't we, really? The action needs to showcase exactly what it can do. The bell goes, and finally the action happens. God, that was a terrible bit of filler there, wasn't it? Pretty sure just skipped a little bit, shouldn't I, really? There you go. There we go. So yeah, this one could go either way. There's nothing to this match really. It's just a case of just showcasing two really good talents that weren't currently on the card. Of course, we now know that these two guys are not going to be part of our 8-man ladder for the Junior Heavyweight Championship coming up for you next. That's our main event of video number 1. That's really interesting. So we know in that 8-man match, we know we've got, of course, the champion Prince Puma. We know we've got Neville, as that was announced on the last episode. And we know we've got Will Ospreay, as announced on the last episode as well. So we know 3 of the 8. I'm assuming you could probably guess most of them, to be honest with you. If you look at the roster and that we have on this Octane show, then you probably can guess most of them. Roll up there by Kota Ibushi. Not enough to keep Hideo down, though. Nice front slam there by Kota Ibushi. Was that a brainbuster? I couldn't quite tell from those cuts, but it looks like it was a brainbuster. And Hideo, that hit him hard, that did. He's had to roll out the ring there to try and recuperate. Hideo now taking Ibushi up and drops him in that Falcon Arrow. Hideo now Fisherman's Driver. Nice. Hooks the leg for the pin. 1. Only a 1 count. Hideo heading up top. Looking all big. Double foot stomp already in the match. Wow. That is early for that. Very, very early. Hideo sending Kota into the corner. Locks him into the Tree of Woe. A very woeful tree. And Hideo, what's he going to go for here? He's going to go for a little bit of... this is low-key, isn't it, more? The double foot stomp in the corner. A manoeuvre that low-key did make famous. Nice Hideo getting dropped face first into the mat by Kota Ibushi. And Hideo once again taking control of the match and a stiff slap right in the face of Kota. I'll tell you what, I'm not looking forward to the 8-man ladder match because commentating on an 8-man ladder match is impossible this game. There's just so much action going on all at once. It's just bloody terrible to commentate on. Kota now, nice driver there, dropping Hideo Itami head first onto the mat. Kota now slammed into the corner and just sending Hideo across the ring. Hasn't really hit the heights this one yet. I think we're going to see some good stuff from it going forward though. Some more fast-paced action. Kota sending Hideo face first into the mats. Into the corner. Nice tornado DDT by Kota Ibushi as well. Kota, I thought we were going to go for a little bit of a high fly maneuver there, but avoids it. Going to go elsewhere instead. Taking Hideo up on his shoulders. What's he going to go for here? Inverted Death Valley driver. Hideo's back up on the outside, but Kota catches him with that right hand, dropping to the outside. Both guys on the outside. What a stiff clothesline that was by Kota Ibushi. Didn't expect that sort of stuff from him, do you really? Kota now sending Hideo Itami back into the ring. Kota heading up top, he likes to utilise that Phoenix Splash. And there it is, the Phoenix Splash by Kota Ibushi on Hideo Itami. But Itami's back up on his feet and, well, looking like he's actually doing pretty well, to be honest. Nice. Great powerbomb there by Hideo. Short DDT. And now Kota Ibushi stalking Hideo. Looking for an Ibushi bomb possibly. Takes him up into the last ride position. Boom. There's the Ibushi bomb. Stays for the pin. Doesn't hold the shoulders though. It's only there for a 2 count. Wow. Cannot believe that was only a 2 count. Still only a 2 count as well. Kota is in full control at this point in time though. Slamming on the boot on the arm of Hideo Itami. Hideo now looking for the arm breaker. And now it is Hideo taking some sort of control. Hesitation dropkick into the corner. 1, 2, or only a 2 count still. Hideo now stalking Kota Ibushi though. Will this be a GTS? He's on the shoulders. There it is, the GTS. Ibushi drops 1, 2. Oh, it's still only a 2 count. 2 count? It's only a 2 count. Hideo heading up top. Big elbow. So much back and forth. It's Ibushi in control now though. Itami they're in control. It's just so back and forth this match. Both guys really in control. Back and forth over and over and over again. Hideo just dumping Ibushi to the outside and maybe he's going to go for a count-out victory here by the looks of it. Looks like he's going to get out to join him. Just left him those few seconds to to recuperate. A bit of an iffy one there. And Hideo just needs to, yeah, let's say, continue the offense as much as he possibly can. Doesn't want to allow Ibushi any chance to recuperate, but there you go. Ibushi has had the opportunity and turns it around. Both these guys still fighting away, and Ibushi not wanting to win this by count out, sending Hideo straight back into the ring. Still only a 2 count though. Look at these strikes, back fist, boots across the chest. Spinning heel kick to the guts. Hideo gets caught though. Just when he thought he was in control, he got caught. And now Hideo backs away into the corner. We've seen this before. The GTS wasn't going to work. The running knee strike. Wow. Ibushi saw it coming, slapped it away. Now, referee stood right in the way of that. It was a spinning sort of like a code breaker sort of thing. As Ibushi now takes Itami up into the Ibushi bomb. Boom. That's got to be enough to stay down. 1, 2, and 3. And Kota Ibushi does pick up the victory. Wow. What a match that was. It's crazy back and forth. Absolute crazy back and forth. Hideo Itami joining Kota in the middle of the ring. Kota offering a handshake and Itami accepting the handshake as well. Great mutual respect shown between these two. And here is our main event of part number 1 of ShabbyMania then. This is going to be the junior heavyweight ladder match. It is invitational. There is 8 people involved. We know, of course, the first 3. We're not going to watch all of the entrances, though, because it's just be far too bloody long. So, we're going to see each person, have a quick little chat as we go along. First of all, we, of course, have the champion, Mr. Prince Puma, defending the belt. Now, I think he won it on the first Universe mode. He won it in the first episode, even. First episode, the first pay-per-view. He won the belt, and of course he defended it successfully against Neville at the second pay-per-view. This is his third option to defend it. However, it's not going to be bloody easy, is it? 8 men in the ring at once, all fighting out for it. It's going to be very, very difficult. So entrant number 2 into the match. Eventually, there he is. Of course, the king of the cruiserweights himself, Neville. Of course, we knew this one already when Neville took on Kenny Omega in a previous episode of Octane. That was it, on Wednesday. We found this out already. Very good competitor. I think he is a former cruiserweight champion in Octane, if I remember correctly. I might be completely wrong, though, to be honest with you. But there you go. And we are looking to do some more good stuff with Neville in the future. There will be another King of the Cruiserweights tournament coming at some point as well. Third person in the match then is going to be another person we know, of course, because he faced off against Prince Puma one-on-one on Octane a few days ago as well. And of course that is taking bloody ages to load. Of course, Mr. Purple Hair himself, Mr. Will Ospreay. Somebody who could really follow several different layers of the Universe mode. He could be involved in the Cruiserweight Championship. He could be involved in the mid-card belts. He could even be involved in the tag team division. There's a lot this guy can do, of course. He was part of a tag team when I was at the English indie scene as well a few years ago. alongside Pete Dunne, I believe, known as Flips and Forearms, and that was a hell of a... Oh, no, it wasn't. That was Mark Andrews, wasn't it? Is that Mark Andrews? Mark Andrews and Pete Dunne, Flips and Forearms. I think they were, yeah. Ah. Bugger that one up then. Right, number 4. First person we don't know about. Invitational, of course, this is. Eventually, it'll take ages to load these people up in it. Oh god, I'm coughing up stuff now. I think I swallow the fly. Entry number 4 into the match is going to be Andrade Cien Almas. Had a pretty decent universe mode so far, and I quite like the idea of him being part of our junior heavyweight division here as well. Of course, not solely. Of course, again, as someone who can very easily be in several different levels up and down the roster. Very, very capable wrestler, but he's going to be here as part of this junior heavyweight match, and he's had some pretty decent matches so far in the universe mode. We've seen a bit of him, but he's not really been locked into anything so far, has he? Entrant number 5 into the match. Eventually. Number 5? Yes, number 5, yeah. It is going to be Kushida. No real surprises there. One of the best junior heavyweights we have on the roster and in the division. And now he gets a chance to prove himself here once again. See if he can pull away that championship. Now, Kushida definitely is a former Cruiserweight champion Octane. I seem to remember at one point in our previous season, he was holding both the junior heavyweight and the tag team championships at the same time alongside, of course, Alex Shelley. It takes so long to load everyone's entrances. That's annoying me a little bit, the S being cut off a little bit there, you know. It is annoying me, I must admit. It's fine up and down the rest of the stable, it's just that one. And there is Harumu Takahashi, because some people don't understand the way the names work on this game. He is entrant number 7. Is he number 7? Yeah. Again, someone who's done pretty well in this universe mode. Had some good matches. Not really been able to find himself a real place at ShabbyMania, so when this match was announced by William Regal, he jumped straight on this one. And then now for our... That must be number 6. Number 7 incoming. As the lights drop, the crowd go wild. For somebody who I've really appreciated a lot more during this universe mode. And someone Takahashi will be quite familiar with. And someone who's taken a long, long time to load his entrance as well. And there he is, of course, it is Bushi. Somebody I did not intend to have as part of this universe mode. Not the universe mode. So I did not intend to have part of this ladder match, to be honest. But he has impressed me as time's gone on. I really like this entrance attire with the glowing eyes. I think it's so cool. And I feel like these guys will definitely be part of our Carnage universe mode when it does come around. So that is number 7. And finally, number 8, the final man in this junior heavyweight ladder match. It, of course, is going to be El Generico. El Generico again. Had a pretty decent universe mode. Not really done, like, amazing things, to be honest. So you're not really set the world alight so far. But this is his chance to do it on the final night of SWE. And that is the 8 men competing for our Junior Heavyweight Championship in this ladder match. There's the glitchy championship. Why not put another glitch in this game? That seems to be what always happens. This fucking game. This fucking game, I tell you. I really bloody tell you. It's terrible. And we are underway. And, yeah, I'm going to struggle with this one. I am going to struggle to commentate this one. It is, there's so much going on at once. We'll have to just kind of try and keep track of the main things that are happening at the moment. It's just a complete cluster, especially at the beginning, while everyone's up on their feet and everyone's quite fresh. As time goes on, people will stay down, and they've actually made this ladder match work a little bit better this time, haven't they? With the way that it works. People get more tired out and start to drop to the outside, and that gives the chance of people to climb to the top. Generico there, nice. Northern suplex on Ibushi. And you have to feel like maybe Takahashi and Ibushi might have an advantage here. Both guys in this match together. Chance maybe to really get some advantage by having the numbers game, but the numbers game doesn't necessarily work when it's 2 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1 versus 1. You know what I mean? It's quite easy for that numbers game not really to work out for you because there's just so many people there to have the numbers game again. So you can sort of keep an eye out, keep an eye out for your friend, but it also means that you've got one less person to worry about. Which in this sort of match type, you know, it's tricky enough in a triple threat and a fatal 4-way we had earlier on. Trying to keep an eye out for 2 or 3 people is one thing, but keeping an eye out for 7 people over your shoulder is very, very difficult. If you can take one of those people away, it probably would make it a little bit easier. Maybe not perfect, don't get me wrong, but make it a bit easier. As we're really spread out now, we've got Ospreay and Kushida halfway up the ramp. We've got Generico and Puma inside the ring. Takahashi and Bushi fighting away. And Almas and Neville split up into 4 nice little battles. Neville has brought the ladder into the ring. This will make things a little bit more interesting now. There is a chance for people to start to climb, and Neville's using that as a weapon at this point in time. It's not worked out too well for him though, has it? And as soon as Bushi tried to pick the ladder up, he got caught by Almas. And as you see now, people are starting to go to the outside and stay down for a little bit longer, which is going to start giving opportunities now. As Almas is going to bring another ladder into the ring. No one's climbed yet, trying to get a hold of it. I'm still quite confused at why there's the broken game championships. I just don't get it. It's like the game went, we've got through an entire show about a cock-up. Let's just glitch the championship belt out. Why not? Oh, nice there, Ibushi. I think he caught Neville there with the double knees right in the chest. Puma now with the ladder. And just throws it into the middle of the ring. I don't know why he should have been setting that up, maybe. I don't know what he's doing. He tries to put it up in the corner, gets caught out though. And that's probably the sort of match I normally go for a 6-man the ladder, but I felt like I couldn't pick between these 8 men who I wanted to have in here and who I didn't. So I went all out to have the extra people in. It does make it a lot more difficult for people to win the match. So it could go on a little bit longer than normal, but either way, it's going to be pretty cool. Generico now heading up to the top. As most people are up on their feet, only apart from Almas who's down, and Puma as well down. That's head scissors there. Head scissors. Bushi now heading up to the top. Bushi, this is going to be crazy. Bushi with a knee drop from the top turnbuckle to the outside, and Neville's going to go the same sort of thing here. And he missed that, big Neville. Spinning kick in the face there on Kushida by Will Ospreay. A ladder by Generico in the face of Puma. And Jericho managed to glitch Puma through the ropes there for a second as well. Puma does set up the ladder finally. We do have a ladder. Oh, Takahashi set the ladder up on the outside of the ring as a nice little plinth there as Puma trying to get hold of his championship, trying to retain, but Generico climbing the ladder. Right hand's right in the gut of Puma. Now Generico just pushing Puma down. Now Generico's going to go for the championship, but Neville's there. Neville catching Generico in the back and then bringing him down. I really hope that somebody goes through that ladder on the outside. That'd be amazing. I don't know how it works. Is Neville going to go for it here? I thought he might have been going for it there, you know. And Generico, nice springboard dropkick, taking Neville down. It's a shame with that ladder's position because it's sort of blocked off by the other ladder. As Generico up the top once again, trying to get a hold of the championship. Neville joins him up there, and Neville slamming Generico's face off of it and then launching Generico off the ladder as well. Neville now grabbing away at the championship. Ospreay joins him up top. As Takahashi and Generico push the ladder over, both Ospreay and Neville come crashing down to the ground below. Pretty hard as well. Oh wow, there he goes. Wow, Generico is on the ladder and Takahashi dives off the top rope through the ladder. Nice. We got to see some good action here. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But the ladders are outside the ring now, once again making it very, very difficult for anyone to go for the win. That's backdrop there by Bushi, and people are starting to struggle now, staying down for longer. Almas with the ladder. Almas has been busted open pretty badly there. I can see him from here. Almas sets the ladder up middle of the ring. Looks to climb it, but Puma creeps in the ring behind him. Takes Almas up. Oh no, but Almas breaking free. Now Almas is in the ring alone. Will he climb the ladder? He's going to give it a go. He reaches up, he's got a hold of the belt, and nobody's even noticed him yet. Wow. Almas doing a very good job here. No one's even noticed him yet. Generico finally does notice. Puma's up on his feet as well. And here we go now. Well, but looks like Puma and Kushida pushing the ladder over while Generico. Wow, that ladder just springs right over the top. Sprung right over the top. And nearly everyone's down now. Only a couple up to their feet. What a super kick there by Ospreay on Bushi. I don't know how Generico's still walking, to be honest, after being put through that ladder. But my throat's dry. All this talking. It's been quite a long episode, hasn't it, so far? That's why I have to do them in 2 separate videos, because it's far too much for me to record and edit and upload in one go. Just take too bloody long on it. It's too much for you guys to watch, and even this video is probably too much for you to watch in one go, to be honest with you. Takahashi, though, going to give it a go, climb the ladder again. Nobody in the ring. Nobody even paying attention at the point in time, but Bushi. Here we go. We thought Bushi and Takahashi would work together, but Bushi saw Takahashi going for the gold and threw him straight off the ladder. Bushi wants to prove himself as well. He wants to get a hold of the gold. Ospreay run the back of Kushida. Kushida's not even noticed him yet, and Ospreay's up on the top now. Kushida has noticed. And Kushida joined Ospreay on the top of the ladder. Fighting him down. Stiff right hands. Ospreay gets pushed off the ladder. Right into the top of Bushi. That was clever, that was, by Kushida. Bushi was trying to push the ladder over, but Ospreay saw it happening, and I think that's going to be all. Yes, Kushida's got the belt unhooked, and Kushida is your brand new champion. Wow. So clever that by Kushida. You saw him. Basically, Bushi was trying to push the ladder over. Ospreay was up there with Kushida, and we saw Kushida throw Ospreay off the top of the ladder into Kushida, leaving him free just to unhook the belt. Really, really good win there for Kushida. And taking the gold to a neutral party. No club owns this gold. It's gone neutral, which is good. Kushida wins the glitchiest championship in sports entertainment today. Yeah, that's really bad. Look at it. Look at that bloody disaster. How does this game even survive? How do people buy this game? I don't know. I paid £100 for this bloody game for the special edition. And look at the bloody state of it. There we go. Right, anyway, that is the end of this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, if you have, please do slap a like and, of course, subscribe if you want to see some more. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you, of course, tomorrow, / maybe Monday, for the final episode of this SWE Octane Universe mode. And, of course, don't forget, the World Cup of Wrestling is coming very, very soon. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Did I say that twice again? I think I did, didn't I? Bye. The 1, 2, 3.